like in the last 10 matches. That is what it's looking like in the last 10 matches. 9 innings, 204 runs, an average of 22.6, a best of 36, and that is just dismal, especially considering that if he's played those 9 innings, which means that he's not come in a situation where he has to try and finish the match, which is the excuse that Mahendra Singh Dhoni offers. Let's go across to Sourav Ganguly. And Dada, Suresh Raina, as with Ravichandran Ashwin, does he deserve a place in this team? I know you will have an explanation for it, a very diplomatic one. But Dada, just I'd want you to be upfront. I'd want you to be upfront.
To be honest, I have given you which player I want to see in this one-day side. It's Cheteshwar Pujara, because he can bring a lot of value to this one-day side. We heard a couple of months ago that Dhoni wanted Raina to play at number 4, and I don't think he's kept up to Dhoni's expectations. I'm sure he hasn't kept up to Dhoni's expectations so far. I agree that he bats lower down the order where he has to play his shots, but he's had opportunities up the order where he struggled. I think Dhoni can at this stage, since he's building the team for the World Cup. We know Raina has played a lot of one-day cricket. He's got experience. He played a very important knock in the World Cup quarter-final against Australia along with Yuvraj Singh in 2011, which India won. But these are completely different conditions. I think for the time being, he can give Suresh Raina a break, see other players, see an Rayudu, see what he does, and there's always a possibility of bringing Suresh Raina back. As much as there's a possibility of bringing Gautam Gambhir back, Virender Sehwag back, there's also a possibility of bringing Suresh Raina back, because if Gautam Gambhir can be left out, if Virender Sehwag can be left out, I'm sure Suresh Raina can be left out as well. That's because these are bigger names and had more success in one-day cricket all around the world. But I have told you, I know which player for me, if I was in Dhoni's place, which player I would have had in the one-day side. It's Cheteshwar Pujara. He needs to bat because he is a solid batsman. Yes, he's not a Suresh Raina on the field. I know Dhoni knows that Suresh Raina is a plus on the field. There's no doubt about it. But he needs to get some runs as well. India have a lot of good fielders at the present moment. Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, Ravindra Jadeja. They're outstanding fielders in this team. I know Mahendra Singh Dhoni puts a lot of emphasis on fielding, but I think somebody needs also to get runs for him.
Absolutely.
Because the conditions are going to get tougher. You go to England, there's going to be pace, a better bowling attack. You go to Australia and see the bowling attack in the Ashes. They're going to be as good or probably a better bowling attack than what India has seen in the last 2 series. So Samba Mahendra Singh Dhoni has to get in Cheteshwar Pujara and don't take the option of Gautam Gambhir and Virender Sehwag out.
Absolutely.
You've seen Rohit Sharma, you've seen Shikhar Dhawan. You've seen Shikhar Dhawan in this series. I'll just take a minute, Siddharth, and don't take these 2 options out, because you've seen Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan in these conditions. So if Virender Sehwag can be dropped after such a top-class career, I'm sure he has the right to ask a place back into this one-day side at some stage if the players are not performing.
Absolutely, because you'd wonder as to whether Virender Sehwag or people like Harbhajan Singh were given as long a rope as Suresh Raina and just about everybody that we're talking about, Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja. I wonder what's the connection, Boria?
The connection is for the world to see, but I don't think it's about connection. I don't think the Indian captain will go by connection. He's getting it wrong. There's no question about it. Let's be blunt here. It's not about connection. It's about the Indian side that he's leading. It's about the team that he's preparing for the World Cup. I give 2 hoots about connections. The fact is Ambati Rayudu is benched there. Cheteshwar Pujara, we keep saying it. South Africa, all of us said it. Here in New Zealand, next year in Australia, Cheteshwar Pujara needs to be out there to score 50 runs. Suresh Raina, does he inspire confidence at this point in time? No, he doesn't.
True.
The fact is the bowling. And Stuart Binney, Saurav was talking about Ravindra Jadeja. Why do you have to play Ravindra Jadeja? Absolutely not. Why don't you try Stuart Binney? Try Stuart Binney at number. He's given an explanation about
fair point. We get your point, Boria, but I'll have to interrupt. I'm so sorry. Boria, Saurav, Nikhil, we want so much to talk about what this performance means for India and what are the changes that Dhoni should make in the next game. But he's averse to them, as what we've heard from the press conference after the match. On that note, we'll have to say bye-bye. Thanks a lot, viewers, for tuning in. And thanks a lot, Saurav, Boria and Nikhil once again.